A scream tore through the mansion, rattling chandeliers and slamming into Ethan Ward like a shockwave. "Who let him scream like that?" he snapped. On the third floor, Keira Brooks, new temp 5 days in, froze. HR had warned, fifth floor was off limits. But that scream wasn't boredom or hunger, it was panic. Ignoring the butler's warning, Keira crept up. The hall smelled like dust and old money. A door stood ajar. Inside, a young boy rocked violently, banging his head against a bookcase. Alone, in pain. She knelt, hands visible. "I'm not gonna touch you, just here." Slowly, his headbutts eased. She signed safe across her chest, the way she calmed her brother Marcus. Then the door burst open. "What are you doing here?" Ethan barked. "I heard him, thought he was in danger." "Step away from my son." Ethan lifted the boy, who instantly panicked, screaming and thrashing. "What's wrong with him?" Ethan gasped. "May I?" Keira asked, calm but firm. Ethan hesitated, then nodded. Keira knelt again, no touch, just presence. The boy slowly turned, then collapsed into her arms like he'd finally found home. His sob caught, then silence fell like a warm wave. The mansion faded. It wasn't about marble now. It was about a hurting child and a stranger who didn't flinch. Keira knew she'd crossed a line, but she wasn't backing down. Ethan, usually composed, just stood there, watching the housekeeper cradle his son like she was born to. Eli clung tighter, then let out the shaky breath that means the storm's past. Keira kept humming something soft and steady. She signed safe again, slow, deliberate. Ethan noticed. "Your name?" "Keira Brooks." "You a therapist?" "Housekeeper. Learned ASL from my brother." That word landed heavy. Ethan looked away. "You always ignore rules like this?" "Only when a kid sounds like he's drowning." He respected that. "Can you stay longer?" "Clock me out when you're ready." They sat on the rug. Eli dozed off, breath steady. Keira didn't move. Ethan silenced a buzzing phone. "How'd you calm him?" "I didn't. He chose to." For the first time in years, someone didn't try to fix his son. She just listened. He watched her sign safe. Tried it himself. Awkward. Wrong. She corrected him. He tried again. This time, he got it right. "I pay well," Ethan says. "Triple your rate if you come back tomorrow." Keira hesitates. "That covers Grandma's insulin for months. But this isn't about money." "Not for the pay," she says. "For him." He studies her. "Then stay. Live in. Title your choice." She nods, barely. "I can try." By dusk, she has a key card, a guest suite, fresh linens. As she folds her duffel, Ethan knocks. "I'm not a nanny," she warns. "I'm not hiring one. Just someone he trusts." Keira thinks of overdue rent, her brother's funeral, her grandma's lungs. "Okay, Mr. Ward, I'll give it a shot." He exhales, thanks her, and leaves. She texts her grandma. "Got a new job. Full-time." That night, the house feels less haunted. A boy sleeps quietly. A billionaire waits outside a door, surprised to feel hope. Before sunrise, her phone buzzes. Breakfast prep, 7 a.m. She slides out of bed, into old sneakers, and walks halls that smell like lemon polish and legacy. In the kitchen, Mrs. Green eyes her. "Thought temps rotated out Fridays." "Upgrade," Keira says. "To what?" "Whatever the boy needs." Mrs. Green grunts, not approval, just fact. At 7:30, Eli shuffles in. Star Wars PJs and noise-canceling headphones. Keira signs good morning. He mimics it, clumsy but trying. Breakfast becomes lesson 1. Textures. Eggs? No. Toast squares? Yes. Blueberries? Joy. Ethan watches, surprised, as Keira lets Eli lead. "He hates eggs now," she says. "He used to love them." Kids reset overnight. Later, in the den, Keira hums while Eli sorts colored tiles. No corrections, no pressure, just presence. When Ethan scrolls his phone, she tosses him a tile. "Your move, boss." He laughs, surprised. By the time Dr. Chen arrives, expecting chaos, Eli is calm, focused. "What changed?" she asks. "Not what," Ethan says. "Who?" Keira explains. "I mirror, I wait, I match his energy." Lydia takes notes like it's scripture. In his office, Ethan offers coffee. "Experts gave me data," he says. "You give him music." Kids like Eli hear tone first, she says. Not words. Ethan nods, voice cracking. My wife used to say that. A silence lingers. Something Camilla lets silence linger. Some losses don't need words. Later, in the garden, Eli, barefoot, headset forgotten, offers her a camellia. She tucks it behind her ear and sends Grandma a smiling selfie. Proof things are blooming. That night, Ethan sees Camilla reading on the nursery floor while Eli builds a Lego fortress. It's quiet, not hollow. Hope stirs. Days slide by smoothly. Toast and blueberries, puzzles, garden walks. Eli's meltdowns fade. Ethan starts skipping meetings for kinetic sand and ladybugs. When Eli hands him a toy tractor, he lights up. Mrs. Green calls them the Little Orchestra. Dr. Chen notes rapid attachment gains, code for Camilla. She doesn't notice. She's busy teaching Ethan patience, rhythm, and the music of stillness. One stormy night, the mansion goes dark. Camilla turns a flashlight into a puppet show. Eli giggles. Lights return, but nobody rushes to notice. Later, Ethan brings tea to the patio. They sit under soft rain. No deals, no data, just warmth in mugs and silence that finally feels full. They sit through the storm in silence. Ethan admits he's been reading Emma's journals. She understood Eli's silence. Camilla just nods. Sometimes grief needs a new tune, she says. A flash of lightning. He asks to learn another sign. She shows him love. He copies it, awkward but earnest. She fixes his fingers. Close enough. Next morning, Ethan signs love to Eli. The boy freezes, then signs more back. Ethan nearly cries. Camilla gently lowers his hands. Enough for today. Eli smiles. Staff chat explodes. Kids smiled. CEO cried. That night, Camilla and Ethan share root beers on the steps. No words, just stillness. Feels like jumping with no parachute, he admits. She bumps his shoulder. The ground's softer than you think. Inside, Eli hums her gospel tune. The mansion carries the sound like it's learning a new language. Camilla journals. One calm boy, one growing father, one full house. She writes full 3 times, then closes the book. But peace is brief. One morning, a black SUV pulls in. CPS agents step out. Complaint, neglect, unqualified caregiver. Camilla meets them, apron dusted in flour. Ethan storms in, demanding answers. Eli watches from the stairs, headset slipping, terrified. Camilla's voice stays level. He can't handle strangers touching his space. Ask questions, sure, but you do not rush him. Agents exchange looks. Housekeeper giving orders. Ethan backs her with a single hard nod. They walk through the nursery. Fresh sheets, weighted blanket, color charts on the wall. One agent whispers, "Looks like a therapy suite." Camilla signs safe at Eli from across the room. He answers with a shaky yes, and the clipboard crowd misses the miracle entirely. Inspection drags an hour that feels like court on slow-mo. Agents find stocked meds, meal logs, security footage of laughter, not violence. Nothing sticks. Lead finally clears his throat. "We'll file our report. You'll be notified." Subtext, "Somebody's playing you, Mr. Ward." They roll out exactly how they rolled in. Quietly rattled. Door barely shuts before Ethan's phone lights up with a market alert. Shares of Ward Arrow dip on rumors of domestic instability inside leadership family. Hashtag daddy in distress trends by lunch. Ethan's board calls emergency session. He hangs up. They're coming for us through the kid. Camilla doesn't ask who they are. Corporate sharks smell blood. She's worked enough dish pits to know the scent. Afternoon becomes crisis camp. Lionel Hatch, ex-Fed now chief of security, pulls metadata quicker than chefs pull espresso shots. Leak points back to Sylvia Warner, Ethan's disgruntled former assistant, now fiancée to Larktech's COO, competitor in a $1 billion satellite bid. Camilla shakes her head. All this power, and they weaponize child services? That's nasty work. Sudden thunder pounds outside, and Eli's anxiety spikes. He wails once, pure siren, but instead of meltdown, he lunges for Ethan, fists knotted in his dad's shirt. Ethan wraps him tight, signs safe over and over, clumsy but heartfelt. Camilla hums the lullaby. Storm inside subsides faster than the one rattling windows. And right there, as rain hammers the roof, Eli whispers a real word for the first time in forever. Dada. barely air, but clear enough to crack every heart in earshot. Ethan freezes, then breaks, eyes pooling, breath gone. Camilla covers her mouth. Mrs. Green drops a tray in the hall. Lionel mutters something that might be a prayer. Eli repeats it, louder this time, like tasting victory. Dada! No headline in any tabloid will capture that two-syllable miracle, but Ethan swears it shakes the stock price right back up. He kisses the top of Eli's head, looks at Camilla through tears. They want to fight dirty. Let's give them something clean they can't spin. By dinner, legal papers are drafted. Defamation suit, child welfare retaliation, injunction against Lark Tech. Ethan schedules a press conference. Camilla drafts a simple statement. Children are not collateral. She prints it large so Eli can trace the letters with his finger. He does, careful and proud. Night falls quiet, but not soft. Security drones circle the property. Camilla sits on the porch swing with Eli asleep across her lap, head heavy, trust heavier. Ethan joins with 2 mugs of decaf. The sky's cleared, stars out bold. He says, "You sure you're up for public crosshairs?" She sips, eyes on the dark yard. "Been invisible all my life. Maybe it's time to get seen." Ethan smiles, tired but fierce. Then we make them look. Beneath them the swing creaks, old wood promising forward motion. Inside, the mansion isn't a fortress anymore. It's a front line, and everyone inside finally knows what they're fighting for. The courthouse smells like old paper and polished fear. Cameramen swarm the steps, lenses stripped bare for blood. Ethan's security phalanx parts the crowd, Camilla in the slipstream with Eli's weighted bear tucked under one arm like armor. She's traded house whites for a navy blazer borrowed from Mrs. Green. 2 sizes big, but it makes her look like someone who won't flinch. Inside, the hearing room hums. Corporate suits on one side, media vultures on the other. Judge Adeline Monroe, silver bun tight enough to cut glass, drops the gavel. Caldwell Dynamics versus Lark Technologies is now in session. Opening salvos fire legalese back and forth. Leaked calendars, hacked schedules, weaponized welfare visits. Lark's counsel paints Ethan as an unstable father propped up by unvetted domestic staff. Ethan's lawyer counters with time-stamped footage of Eli laughing, eating, sleeping, living on Camilla's watch. Then Sylvia Warner takes the stand, engagement diamond glinting like a sniper scope. She testifies Ethan spiraled after his wife's death, handed his child to unqualified help. On cross, Lionel's digital breadcrumbs pin her IP to the anonymous CPS report. Crowd murmurs. Sylvia's smile cracks. When the clerk calls Camilla, the room shifts. She walks steady, palms dry, remembers Grandma's mantra. Tell the truth plain, let lies choke on it. Oath taken, she meets every eye. Ms. Brooks, Lark's attorney begins, voice slick as a wet stare. What exactly are your credentials with special needs children? Real life, she answers. Brother had nonverbal autism, grew up translating him to a world that wouldn't listen. A snicker ripples from Lark's table. Judge Monroe's gavel barks once. Silence. Counsel tries again. And your compensation from Mr. Ward? Room, board, steady paycheck. Tripled salary, correct? Money keeps my grandma's lungs working. Trust keeps Eli's heart working. I don't confuse the two. The attorney smirks. You grew up low income, yes? Isn't this arrangement convenient? Camilla leans in, voice calm enough to slice marble. Poverty taught me value. This boy, she gestures toward Ethan, reminded me purpose. Convenience had nothing to do with it. Judge Monroe interrupts. The court isn't here to adjudicate Ms. Brooks's childhood. Move on. Lark's counsel bristles, flips pages, retreats. Ethan's lawyer steps up. Ms. Brooks, describe Eli's progress since your arrival. She breathes, lets memory roll. First safe sign, blueberry breakfast, shadow puppet giggles, the storm night dada. Word by word, the gallery softens. You can almost hear stock tickers freeze. She ends with 4 quiet syllables. Children aren't collateral. Pin drop hush. Even Sylvia looks away. Judge Monroe studies Camilla like weighing a diamond. Then she speaks. Thank you, Ms. Brooks. You may step down. Closing arguments blur. Ethics, damages, injunctions. But the room's already decided. Gavel drops. Court dismisses Lark's suit with prejudice. Grants Ethan a restraining order. schedules a separate hearing on punitive damages. Final note from the bench. This court commends Ms. Brooks for exemplifying the duty of care every child deserves. Reporters scramble like kicked anthills. Outside, flashbulbs pop. A journalist yells, "Camilla, how's it feel to beat $1 billion company?" She shields her eyes, smiles small. "Ask me when every kid's safe." Ethan slips a hand to the small of her back, not possessive, protective. They reach the SUV, Eli's bear still clutched under her arm. Ethan opens the door, pauses. "You shook the world in there." She slides inside, buckles up. World needed a little rattling. Eli, strapped in his booster, signs home. Camilla signs back home. Ethan adds safe, fingers stiff but certain. The boy nods, cheeks pink with relief. The convoy pulls away, sirens fading. Courthouse shrinking in the rear view. For the first time since thunder knocked on their door, nobody's looking over a shoulder. They're looking forward, toward a house that isn't just a fortress or a front line anymore. It's a home their enemies can't breach, built on testimony louder than any scream. Love spoken in every language, even the silent ones. Morning light spills through Ward Manor like a new tenant that finally got its name on the lease. No alarms, no lawyers, just bacon sizzling, and a kid bouncing a plush bear down the staircase. Camilla's at the stove, humming Marvin Gaye while whisking pancake batter with one hand and scrolling an email on her phone with the other. Subject line, State Child Welfare Advisory Board invitation. Sender, Judge A. Monroe. Message short, kids need voices like yours. Seat is yours if you want it. She laughs. One quick burst that startles the coffee maker. 2 months ago, she was wiping windows. Today the state wants her opinion on policy. She pockets the phone like it's fragile treasure and flips a pancake with a little extra swagger. Bacon pops applause. Ethan walks in wearing jeans and a t-shirt that costs less than his watch band. He spots the grin, lifts a brow. Good news or winning the lottery news? Better, she says, sliding a golden flapjack onto Eli's plate. I just got drafted to fix the system that tried to break us. Eli signs good. Thumb and forefinger tap chin. Ethan watches, cheeks go soft. You gonna take it? Only if my schedule manager clears the space, she teases, flicking syrup his way. He pretends to dodge. The droplet lands on his shirt. They laugh, the light shoulder-shaking kind that feels impossible in rooms once haunted by silence. After breakfast, Camilla and Ethan drive downtown. Rust-red pickup this time. No security convoy. Eli strapped in back, headset off, window down, wind flattening his hair. They swing by an aging community center painted ocean blue, but peeling. Inside, 10 kids sit in a circle, trading picture cards of feelings. Happy, scared, tired. Camilla taught the staff that deck 2 Fridays ago. Today the kids run the game themselves. A little girl with braids spots Camilla, bolts up, signs, "Thank you." Camilla signs back proud, flat hand over heart, then out. Ethan steps aside, watches purpose settle on her shoulders like a custom jacket. On the ride home, he clears his throat. Board seat means cameras again, speeches, people digging. She shrugs. Let him dig. Roots go deep. He nods, jaw working like he's weighing stock, but the market is his own heart. Whatever you need, I'm in. Driver, babysitter, cheering section. Eli leans forward, smacks Ethan's shoulder, signs team, one pointer circling the other. Camilla laughs. Kid just hired you. Sunset slow, smearing peach across the sky. Back at the mansion, Mrs. Green clips fresh camellias for a vase, muttering that flowers look happier these days. Lionel packs away the last perimeter drone, threat levels down to 0. The place feels lived in, not protected. Difference between a cage and a porch. Night finds the trio on that porch swing. Crickets tune up, humidity wraps them like a warm quilt. Camilla opens Judge Monroe's email again, hits reply, types, honored, let's get to work, sends. She tucks the phone, exhales. Ethan nudges her knee with his. Scared? Totally, she admits. But scared's just courage stretching before the run. Eli crawls onto her lap, head on her collarbone. He whispers, still rough around the edges but clear. Mama? Tears blindside her. She nods, kisses his forehead. Ethan's breath catches. He slips an arm around both of them, gives the world permission to see what it wants. Above them, the night sky is wide open. No ceiling, no stock cap, just a map of future places they haven't walked yet. And for the first time, the story doesn't feel like someone else's mansion tale. It feels like everybody's. Proof that broken pieces, if held with steady hands, can click into something stronger than brand new. The porch swing creaks forward, never back. Tomorrow calls. They're ready. 6 months roll by. Fast, loud, and bright in all the best ways. A Tuesday in late spring finds Camilla standing under the rotunda of the state capitol. Name tag swinging against her blazer. Keira Brooks, Child Welfare Advisory Board. Reporters hover, but she's cool, coffee in one hand, tablet in the other. Her first policy pitch, trauma-responsive intake training, just sailed through committee with a unanimous yes. Grandma Rose texts 6 clapping gifs and threatens to frame the press release. Across town, Ethan parks the rust-red pickup outside that same peeling community center. He's got flour on his sleeves. Pancakes were a disaster without Camilla, but Eli insisted Dad try. Now Eli trots beside him, bear in one fist, plastic binder of flashcards in the other. Inside, kids squeal, "The swing guy's here!" Ethan pretends to groan. He built a backyard swing set for the center last month, and his shoulders still ache, but the look on the kids' faces? Priceless ROI. At noon they all meet up, Capital Hero, Pancake Rookie, and 7-year-old Superstar, at a splash paint food truck near the Riverwalk. Camilla hops out of a rideshare, kicks off heels, and climbs the serving window like she owns stock. The chef hands her 3 tacos. "On the house, Ms. Big Shot." She blushes. Ethan snaps a pic, titles it Power and Flower for their private album. They picnic on the green. Eli sets up his flashcards, safe, team, love, future, and grins every time Camilla signs them back. When he adds a homemade card that says family, stick figure trio under a crooked sun, both adults go silent. Ethan swallows hard. Camilla's eyes glass. She signs always and taps it over her heart twice. Evening drifts in with a gold-pink sky. They walk the river path, Eli between, hands anchored to each of theirs. A random passerby calls, "Beautiful family." Ethan and Camilla answer in unison, "Thanks." Then trade a look that says, "Yep, that's the word." They don't rush labels. Life's busy enough. But the truth hums louder than any plan. Back at the mansion, porch lights glow warm, not grand. Mrs. Green waits with brownies. Lionel's off duty, grilling ribs, and telling Eli spy stories that are 50% classified, 50% nonsense. Music floats out of the open piano room, Ethan's clunky chords pressed into shape by Camilla's humming harmony. Nobody notices how easily their rhythms mesh now. It just feels like breathing. Bedtime. Eli slips a new flashcard under Camilla's door. Tomorrow. She tucks it into her journal next to the board meeting badge, the first court day wristband, a pressed camellia. She writes beneath them, "Tomorrow's got space, we'll fill it together." Down the hall, Ethan drafts an email to his legal team, paperwork for joint guardianship, scheduled adoption consult. He pauses on the signature line, adds a smiley he'd once have called unprofessional, hits send. Outside, stars settle over the estate like someone scattered promises. The porch swing creaks forward, always forward. And in a house once choked by echoes, the only thing loud tonight is possibility.